Alright guys, what up? Today I'm going to be starting a new series called Champion Concept. So this is where I'm going to take characters that are not in the game as of making the video and try to think of some abilities for them, see if I can make them cool. So the first one is going to be Mysterio, who is my favorite Spider-Man villain. He is a fired special effects artist who uses his knowledge of visual effects and scientific genius to fight Spider-Man, create chemicals, create clones, stuff like that. So he's a master of trickery. So I am having him as a mystic. You could also argue tech or science, but I think mystic makes the most sense because he has gotten to the point where he's learned real magic. So we're going to start off with his passive, where I have two modes, kind of like Nightcrawler, magical mode and illusion mode. Mysterio switches modes. Oh, sorry about that. Mysterio switches modes by dashing back and holding block for 1.3 seconds. Now, magical mode is the offensive, debuff-oriented mode. He will have both modes be giving... Oh my god, I suck at talking. He will be giving on both modes something for a special attack and something for a heavy attack. So for the offensive mode, on a special attack, he will apply an Incinerate, dealing 1000 damage over 12 seconds. Now, and keep in mind, these are the stats of a 550, 4-star. On heavy attack in magical mode, he will apply an armor break, reducing armor effectiveness by 600 for 8 seconds. For reference, a 550 Gwenpool's armor break is around 2500. So if you get the max stack of 4, that's almost there. That's 2400. That all of his debuffs, if he doesn't want to do an Incinerate, would be almost a Gwenpool armor break. Then we have Illusion Mode, which is a buff-oriented utility mode. On a special attack, Mysterio can give himself a decoy buff, allowing the first hit struck on Mysterio to miss. This is the same thing Vulture can get if missing a Raptor Strike. And then on heavy attack in Illusion Mode, he will give a block proficiency buff, like Carnage, increasing block proficiency by a flat 15%. So this can go up to, that's 60, which is pretty good. Now his signature ability. This is going to be increasing both of his modes with something from a debuff and a buff. So in magical mode, every Incinerate applied to the enemy gives a 4-second heal block. This can stack to 2 and will not affect the limit of 4 debuffs. So now we have 6, including the heal blocks. Then in illusion mode, every hit missed through the decoys on Mysterio drains 10% of the opponent's max power. So if you block a hit and just let it miss and they're at their super, you can drop their super, or their third special. Now we have his special moves. Special 1 would be Traumatizing Impact. Mysterio launches a swarm of bats, then proceeds to lunge at the enemy, striking them with a ram from his shoulder. And this has a 70% chance to stun for 2 seconds. This is kind of the throwaway special, like how you have certain characters where, yeah, it can be useful if you use it, but you really wouldn't want to. Special 2, Torment in the Wind. Mysterio conjures a mystical tornado to disorient the enemy, then proceeds to launch a bolt of energy into the fray. Now this has a 100% chance to inflict a Fate Seal lasting for 10 seconds. So you can completely nullify all of their buffs, regen, armor, all of that. Then Special 3, this is the one you're going to be using, kind of like with Thor Ragnarok. Mysterio displays his illusion skills by creating 7 replicas of himself. They all run towards the enemy with bats following close behind, only to disappear and leave the true Mysterio to launch a beatdown of the highest mystical caliber. Now this has a 100% chance to Fate Seal for 12 seconds, but then we also have a 100% chance to double the debuff and buff limit. Or not double, I do not know why I wrote double. Increase the debuff and buff limit to 6 over 4 instead of 4 for 12 seconds. So this means you could have higher than a Gwenpool armor break, or max block proficiency. It's going to go, well, almost. It's going to go to 90. Hey guys, so my mic actually cut out. I was just finishing off with the block proficiency at 90, which I thought I said was pretty good. And then I was going to say, just for information, this is not official at all. This is me speculating and having fun. If you have any requests, leave them down below. I have already 2 more of these made, so expect to see those soon. I'm not going to say who they're for, though. You'll have to wait. So yeah, just drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you guys later.
dare to challenge the infinite might of Mysterio? I will destroy you utterly. You will bear witness to the majesty and glory of my power. Prepare to die. You have trifled with my power for the last time. I will not hold back. You face your doom.